Jimmy Haslam and GM Andrew Berry have been on the move, scouring over all these players and figuring out what they can do to protect Shedeur Sanders. And it appears they have their eyes set on this tackle prospect out of the University of Miami. He is big time, and this would be a good get to bolster up that line for Shedeur Sanders. Also, another prospect out of the University of Utah. Jimmy Haslam's not playing games, man. He's making moves to build this team up and ultimately to protect 12. Let's get right into it. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, and hype the video. Let's get right into things. I got an article to kick off. And then we're going to head over to UCSS because they're going to talk about the prospect that I'm looking at, like that Jimmy Haslam is looking at, like, yo, this could be the guy to keep Shedeur's uniform clean. Here it says, Browns address biggest needs after nightmare start in 2026 mock draft. The Cleveland Browns will enter the 2026 NFL draft with a clear plan, but a recent mock shows how complicated things could get by number 6. Here it says the Cleveland Browns are currently focused on finding a new head coach. Then all eyes will turn to the 2026 draft. Fans are already multitasking, though, identifying their favorite coaching candidates and 2026 prospects, with Cleveland possessing 2 first-round picks, number 6 and number 24. Fans have a desired path for the team to take. Now that it's clear the franchise won't be in a position to take a first-round quarterback prospect. Fans want to see a wide receiver and an offensive lineman selected in the first round. Now, I agree with that. I don't care what order you do it. I don't even care if you double up on the offensive line in the first round and get a receiver in the second. I don't care how you do it. Get it done. Here it says that's exactly what the Browns got in Dane Brugler's recent mock draft for The Athletic, but not the top players many fans are hoping to land. This draft actually started off as a bit of a nightmare for Browns fans. Utah tackle Spencer Fano went off the board at number 3, and Spencer Fano is a great tackle prospect. If he's available at 6, get him. But there's a chance he'll be gone already. And wide receivers Carnell Tate and Jordan Tyson followed him at 4 and 5, respectively. That resulted in Brugler having Cleveland select Miami offensive tackle Francis Magua at 6. And Texas A&M wide receiver KC Concepcion at 24. Now, I love this tackle prospect out of Miami as well. He's legit. He is legit. And then it says Browns pivot after early mock draft chaos, land Francis Magua and KC Concepcion. With everyone's eyes on wide receiver and tackle, the most popular names amongst Browns fans are Carnell Tate and Jordan Tyson. They're the top 2 receivers in the class and would be phenomenal additions to Cleveland's offense. Seeing both guys come off the board in the 2 picks for the Browns would surely disappoint fans. However, drafting Magua would still address a major need. This is why Jimmy Haslam's looking at him. While linemen aren't as exciting as receivers, the Miami tackle along with Spencer Fano are the top names on the offensive line in the class. Cleveland would have an impressive player in Magua who could either be a tackle or guard in the league, and he would hopefully provide stability and consistent play to a group that desperately needs it. Now let's go over to UCSS and see what they had to say about this tackle prospect because they talked about this mock.
Browns 2 picks in the first. Arizona, the offense is both tackle and
no receiver. I think he's
I don't
good.
even know anything about him.
I watched him like 4 times this past season at A&M. I ain't gonna sit there some available in free agency, and so you have to get those guys via the draft. And if the premier pass catchers, Tyson and Tate, are already gone, then you got to take the best available offensive lineman. Hope that DeJuan Jones come back healthy, that you could actually play Zach Zinter and Luke Whippler fits in there somewhere. Bull, G, I'll tell you this too. If the Browns can somehow, some way find a way to move some money around and get some more salary cap money, I'll sign Tyler Linderbaum as well. So I'll sign Tyler, draft 2 offensive linemen in the first round. I'll draft me a wide receiver in the second and the third round and see what I can do, see what else I can do in free agency. But to me, fixing the offense.
I'm with him. I probably listen. If Carnell Tate and Jordan Tyson are off the board by the time 6 come, I'm gonna take a Spencer Fano, a Magua, the Lomu, the other tackle from Utah. I'm trying to double up on the offensive line in the first round. I'm trying to double up on all. I'm beefing up this line. I can get me a Chris Brazzell wide receiver out of Tennessee later in the draft. I can get me I can get some stuff later on. You know what I mean? But I got to bolster up this line because it don't matter who you got at receiver if the quarterback don't got time to look down the field and he's getting his head cracked.
Line is the top priority. And if those pass catchers is gone, sign me up for 2 offensive linemen. I'm not taking that wide receiver that late.
I mean, to me, fixing the quarterback is the top priority, but I don't think you could do that this year. And so we're going to see what Shedeur Sanders has got.
You can't. This is why I can't stand Adam Fat Ass the Bull, man. Listen, bro. You can't. The quarterback Shedeur is there. It don't matter who you got at quarterback with that line. Ain't nobody gonna look good. What are you talking about?
Maybe he fixes it internally. After that, I do agree with you.
And if you think about it, like
you can get a guard in free agency,
but the guard is closer to the interior, and that's typically where you want to have the most protection at, right? I get tackle is important, but you got to think outside of just the quarterback. You got to think about the running back as well. And we've heard in the past, the nucleus of the offensive line seems to be guard, center, guard. That's where the meat and potatoes.
Yeah, but no, so to tackle's way more important though.
I'm not.
Moaga
you ain't taking Caden Proctor at 6.
He needs to probably move to. He reminds me of a more athletic version of DeJuan Jones.
Oh, you talking Proctor?
Yeah,
or?
Proctor.
And the Browns cannot go into the season relying on DeJuan Jones
running the football. They ran the ball against Ohio State. They ran the ball well against Texas A&M. Now Concepcion, he's a transfer to Texas A&M, and he's lightning when it comes to the return game. He can return the football. The problem I got is I don't know if he's more of a slot guy. I don't think he's out wide.
Not that big.
He's not big.
Everything G said so far is spot on.
I mean, this does not sound like a first round.
This is why I be saying, like, Adam the Bull, these dudes get on the show, they don't watch nothing. He don't watch no tape. He don't know no players. He just sit up there with his face running his mouth. He don't watch nothing. He don't do nothing. He literally don't do nothing.
Dude, he's faster than him from Georgia. Zachariah Branch used to be at USC. He can return. He has elite top end speed, but I think you get him in the 3rd round, and he's a slot guy. The guys that you want to look at, you got Chris Bell, you got Denzel Boston out of Washington. Those are guys that are.
See, listen to G, but this is somebody that actually watched tape. Chris Bell, Louisville, Denzel Boston, Washington, Mekhi Lemon, USC. Like, we actually watch tape, bro. You got dudes like Adam the Bull. He don't watch nothing. He don't know nothing. All he do is go based on what other people saying. I don't gotta go based on what nobody else saying. I know Jordan Tyson is the best wide receiver in this class. He's better than Carnell Tate. The tape tell it. He's more explosive. But I watched it. I know Chris Brazzell looks good out of Tennessee. I know Zachariah Branch at Georgia. I know Elijah Surratt at Indiana. Omar Cooper Jr. at Indiana. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Some of these dudes don't watch nothing, so y'all can't learn nothing. G. Bush actually watched stuff, though.
And a guy that ain't going to run very fast, we talked about it yesterday, me and Tyvis, he ain't going to run fast. But if you can give him anywhere in the 4.51 range, or God forbid he runs a 4.4, I know he won't run that.
Yeah.
Elijah Surratt from Indiana, you can probably get him in the 2nd round, and he's a hands catcher. He's a guy that he's a back shoulder fade wizard. He can go over the middle. He's a good possession receiver. He started off as a 0-star recruit. 0-star, right?
James Madison with Kurt Cinetti.
Yeah. And moved his way up to putting away. And he performed.
He's a tackle.
No, he's a receiver.
This is what I'm saying, man. Like, you sitting here, you was hyping up all this Fernando Mendoza stuff. You don't even know that Elijah Surratt's a wide receiver. You just ask if he's a damn tackle. These dudes don't be knowing what the hell they talking about. They just get on camera and talk. And Adam the Bull is one of them. I just gotta keep it real. Man.
Curtis Rourke played well with him at Indiana. Mendoza's been great with him. He's had great tape, played against Ohio State in those corners.
You can take Cooper Jr. in the 3rd round, too.
I like him.
What do we think? Because I'm trying to come up with a.
This is what I'm saying, man. Some of these dudes, man, you can't watch them, bro, because they don't know what they be. They don't watch anything, man. Shout out to G. Bush for laying that out for him, man. These dudes don't watch nothing. But listen, Jimmy Haslam is making moves, man. He's looking at this offensive lineman, and he's trying to build up around Shedeur Sanders, man. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. This Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.